So y'all might be wondering, what am I still doing in studio? Well, A, I'm getting ready from a doubleheader, and B, there is someone very special standing by. One of my best friends in sports talk and in life has joined us, and he's on the move, kind of like what Snowman is. This is Rod Pedersen. What's up, Rod?
How you doing, Snowman? Happy opening day.
Happy opening day to you. It's that day, and I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. It's here. Yeah.
How have you been? I know you've been busy as all get out, but how you been, man?
Not too bad. I'm battling a cold today, so I
Oh,
apologize. It was all I could do to drag my butt off the couch and go in and do my show today in the studio. But hey, we're not exactly saving lives doing sports talk every day for 2 hours. So I figured I could do that. And I just ran down here to get some Nathan's hot dogs because it's opening day.
yeah,
Pounded those after my show, and I'm going home to watch the Blue Jays after this. Blue Jays and
cool.
Orioles.
Yep, Blue Jays and Orioles are going at it. My White Sox are hosting the Angels. That'll be coming up here on the channel in about 90 minutes from now. But it's baseball everywhere. And what is your assessment of the Blue Jays coming into this season?
Well, it's a very big season for them because the fan base is getting very, very restless with the regime running them. Mark Shapiro, the president, you might remember him from Cleveland days,
Yep.
and Ross Atkins, the general manager. They both came from Cleveland. And when we hired them, the Blue Jays, I was like, they didn't win anything in Cleveland. Why aren't we hiring them in Toronto? Right?
Yep. Yep.
And to be perfectly honest with you, it's been a downward trajectory every year.
It
And
has.
I'm sure you're following this. I saw it today with top 5 stories entering the MLB season. Number 2
Yep.
was Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Mm-hmm.
They did not meet his deadline, which
Nope.
was day 1 of spring training, to extend his contract, and he's going into free agency. He's got 1 year left on his deal, and he wants a $500 million deal. I
Mm-hmm.
think he's at 28 million right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so, anyways, let's put it this way: there's a lot of heat on the fan base because they know the Blue Jays aren't going to be very good. They were last place in the AL East last year.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me, like I said, I'm sick. But they love Vladimir Guerrero, Vladdy.
Yeah.
So it's like if you can at least sign him, we'll
Mm-hmm.
get off your ass. And they haven't been able to do that.
Yeah. And
So
it's
people are
so
upset.
and it's so bad to see the Blue Jays go through that, but they kind of they dug their own hole, like you said, and I've heard it on your show so many times. They've dug their own grave, and this is just pouring dirt on top of it, not being able to get Vladdy a deal with Vladdy done.
Well, the other thing is, for whatever reason, they let it be known that they were in on Shohei Ohtani. They were in on Juan Soto, so you got money for them,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't have money for this homegrown star, 4-time
Exactly.
All-Star, the face of
Mm-hmm.
the franchise. So and listen, we don't expect the Jays are going to be in anywhere in contention. I was
Right.
reading, you said baseball, baseball, baseball. There is, and listen, you've known me forever as a hockey and football guy, but I'm now
Yep.
working in baseball for the
Mm-hmm.
first time in my life. And I didn't realize that there are so many outlets for coverage. I don't
Mm-hmm.
even necessarily know what are the best ones. So I'm just reading stuff. And in the AL East, well, for instance, the USA Today, the pundits all had either the Red Sox, the Yankees, or the Orioles winning the division. I'm like,
Yep.
well, what that tells me is there's no runaway favorite. So
No.
maybe the Jays have a chance of maybe claiming a wild card berth, but they're not good enough to win a pennant. But
Mm-mm.
I'm saying I think they'll be out of it by mid-June, and by then, how upset is this fan base going to be? Because they're pretty restless now.
Yeah, they've been restless for a long time, and as you said, Rod, it's a downward trajectory. How's it feel to be covering baseball? Because I know you've done football and hockey most of your life. You've been doing it as long as I've known you. How's it feel to be covering baseball now?
I like it a lot. I always like when I was in Canada. I live in Florida because I don't like the cold. right? So I always kind of dreamed of broadcasting a summer sport. Because hockey I started with, but then, football came about. And now with baseball, just the people. You've been doing it for a real long time. It's really, really, really good people. And I grew up playing baseball. It's like I couldn't broadcast basketball. I had a tough time learning football. I didn't play those sports. Baseball, I did. So it's not hard to slip behind the mic and call a game. The people have been outstanding. So I do minor league baseball in Canada. It's actually collegiate ball actually in the summer. And then here in Florida, they play ball year round. And I'm announcing for the Wellington Wolverines. Nobody's ever heard of Wellington, Florida. It's a suburb of West Palm Beach. And the team that I announced for has 3 major leaguers' kids on it. So there's some big names around the ballpark every game. So it's just fun. The stories are flying. It's a whole new world. And I never thought in my 50s, don't tell anybody that's how old I am, that I would start a brand new sport and that they would actually like me. That's even more shocking to me.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm going to be 53 in July, and there are still a lot of people that don't believe that I am in my 50s. I've been around baseball most of my life, thanks to my dad and my granddad. They got me started in watching baseball, and then 1997 was the first year I started covering baseball, and I was there when the White Sox won it all in 2005, and I got a chance to share that with my dad before he passed away. But it's the same thing going on in Chicago, the same kind of restlessness on the South Side that they're going through up in Toronto. If you made any predictions for division winners, who do you have?
I'll be honest with you, I don't even know enough to say. I can tell you, like, what did we have last year? We had a New York LA World Series. We had an LA New York NLCS. I think what's sad about baseball, which is different from the other leagues, is there is no salary cap, right? And it's right. I feel bad for the fans of the Marlins and the Pirates when in March that you don't have a chance. That sucks. Right. So you look across the league, I'm going to say Mets, Reds, Dodgers, I would say. And in the American League, the Mariners seem to be making some noise. I'd probably say Yankees and maybe Cleveland. Probably Houston in the Central, because Houston's always Houston.
Yeah, but Houston is always competitive. That's why I never count them out. A lot of people counted them out last year when they were 10 games behind Seattle, and then you blink, and right at the All-Star break, Houston catches Seattle. So that kind of season can happen, even though the Astros lost Kyle Tucker. They released John Singleton, and they lost Alex Bregman to the Red Sox. I won't keep you long because I know you want to get home and watch some baseball. And I got to get ready for some baseball. I want you to get well, and I hope you have fun doing baseball this year, buddy. I love having you on. I love you very much. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Hey, all the same. Short and sweet. All the same to you, Snowman. Thank you so much. Thanks for the time.
Appreciate it. That's Rod Pedersen joining me here on this Snowman in the Morning special as we get ready for baseball. Thank you, Rod. "90 minutes from now, it's baseball time. See you then."